Right, and I will be PM Ghana, Nipa Bakwa, Ghana for Bonabasu Yepa, a global info analytics, or Mupenyi Musah Dankwa. Na Musah Dankwa na predict elections are untumi and that down say bemu krojin. In fact, recent elections are akosu Ghana nyinano or predict emanu bemu pepe. Na after the elections in the MPP HSNA omatimi yi omu Frank Atuni no akasa bebre achirechire mu ha o see any research no in fact nyama bi a etimi sisiye ema election outcome no etimi ekọ say ne de ekeka ho afen so kra no as to whether say o say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempedo do na fe ne napo otimi nya akwanya ebe ye running mate edema MPP biom nyina no acheche na adwen de afa ho abiebie nsem ani a MPP for also mutimi taking it serious pa no mude ye omo ahoboa going into 2028 general elections I no betimi akoso nya ono nko na acheche nsem no yenim say researcher ba ko no so boni homodi ye pa Professor Smart Sapon enso so ede na no to nsem no mu bia omo atimi ebiebie nsem so pa enya asem ketua
mini would in come over on Tuesday into we went through polling reporter what the eba you know. Now the elections are happening. The biggest surprise in the election for Wona Ayadane,
I think is Brian winning voter region.
Brian winning voter region.
Yes.
Because I remember so man 3% in voter region, right?
I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
But there were about 32% so not disclosing.
Not disclosed. Or voter.
Or voter region. And those numbers were quite significant. But in terms of the overall result, no, we saw it coming. There was some collapse in candidates' poll numbers towards that week.
The last 2 weeks, no, yes.
And I think that collapse continued beyond our polling period, and that we didn't have visibility of.
Okay.
So actually, what happened was that Kennedy performed worse than our worst case scenario for him, and Brian performed better than best case scenario for him. But Bawumia was on point.
Bawumia the end day.
Yes, was on
everything. Nothing surprised you with Bawumia the end.
No.
But on Brian and Waka, yes, I mean all of us were surprised. I don't know. May share Saturday, may share regional results. No, me who Volta region, me who said Brian, and I was like, wow. This is like an upset of a sort of Volta region. Nobody expected that to happen. You know, and Utimi Ewine. But really, after looking at the numbers across the country, what was different about Brian? The day about Brian Timinya numbers are
he offered a fresh of
a breath of fresh air for the
delegates. And who shared the two candidates now? What Ken was bragging on, Ken could do the same.
Brian could do the same. That is money. That is
grassroots.
Yeah, entrepreneurship.
But Brian Onye Metesaso.
Okay.
So somebody who is kind of Brian too is there, but Brian is a refined version of Ken. And then Ken didn't have the age advantage, and Brian had age advantage. So it made it easier for the delegates, and especially when you are collapsing in the polls. It was much easier for them to say Yankwaha.
I saw a video of Brian thanking delegates in Ewe, not Oka Ewe.
I never knew who spoke Ewe.
Would that have played a role in voter region?
Absolutely. You see, when you go to people and you speak their language, that's the first barrier of breaking. They see you as one of their own.
One of them.
I'm a Muslim. But when I go to place and I speak the language, that's it. And beside the house, I speak other languages. They find it so, so they treat you differently. So language is a very important skill that we should learn. And that language broke for Brian in voter region.
Because Brian won, Bawumia came second, Ken Owini 2023 and about third. I that cannot be explained, can it? Because minim how you could have predicted that happening in voter region.
No, I mean it's difficult unless the signs were there. But the signs weren't there. So it was something that happened the last minute in a very massive way. And with about 32% undisclosed, it's quite significant.
Anything possible.
It's quite significant.
Prof, minim the Brian factor in high elections, you know, and then officer Juma a man because the numbers he got, I mean for some But when I say even the northern region votes, no, he got some significant numbers in the northern region. And then a year, Juma man.
Well, Sanya Minya Musah di Kankan, and them say, or far a very refined alternative. Inti where Bia now feel say Unko Tuabama Dr. Bawumia. Now a choice between Kennedy and Brian Deere. When the collapse started coming, and me one thing I mean who in my data for me in American, I kept saying, say, you see, stick to the issues. Once you stick to the issues, you can allow yourself to be steadied. Now why na mo bejaba kwabo? Then the delegates, some of them begins to know what the step come nothing go for baby afa. Then it will definitely inure to the benefit of Brian for those who do not want to go to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Edu baby in there na. And me say I observed something after obey sa live coverage. Be says will be a liar, will be a liar. Sure. Now I started negating against. Now negating against seriously. And no data no by na clearly Brian benefited from Ken. From Ken. Obeti me enya be free Dr. Bawumia obani major benefit and kasa de onye free Ken. Ebi ne voter region ya working. Yes. Full free first. Ebe that third. Then ye why na ye. And no share the other areas now see a balance between Brian and Ken. Even though the numbers are suggesting say Ken was second, the impact
and the effect
no. Only Ken at the end of the day he won one region, Ken won one region. At the end of the day he placed second in 7 regions, Ken placed second in 7 regions.
Oh.
Okay. There are 7 regions. Brian was second in OT, second in Savannah, second in Upper West, second in Upper East, second in Bono East, second in Northern, second in Eastern.
Oh.
Then Penny Kennedy, second in Greater Accra, second in Ashanti, second in Western, second in Western North, second in Ahafo, second in Bono, second in Northeast. Ain't you know, among for her numbers, no, and steady impact in this one. You would realize, in terms of impact,
the biggest gainer in this election, apart from Bawumia, Brian Etampo.
Ebanesa na aboton kakra. Enti send na wutufu na ebi musu wutufu. I think the group that needs to be managed pa Kennedy group.
In the group.
As for Brian's group, yes, they didn't win, but of course,
but they are excited.
To start with, they didn't come into the game to win. That is from where we sit. No data suggested said they could win. At least for the third place, they kept it constant. But I mean, Omuno, the biggest beneficiaries of
from this election,
from what has happened.
Very well, very well. Musah, messing about Hobio now. Yamra share Kenya Japan results. Now you say in 2023, we need 2 regions. Central region, massively, you would say. Greater Accra. No, he didn't win. He won Volta. Volta was not gap. No, Greater Accra this year. Many of the campaign team members didn't come. They were very confident about winning Greater Accra. But almost 2023, na gap near about 2,000. Bawumia 19,000, Nunya 17,000. But it seems that this year it was total annihilation even in Greater Accra. Analyze Ken and what was wrong?
You know, Ushe Greater Accra demography.
Yes.
It is heavily Akan as well.
Okay.
So the spillover from Ashanti region and Eastern region, you see it
in Accra.
Ablekumandov.
Amasama.
Those Anyanso, Trubu, Kwabinya, the ethnic groups now holding in an heavily Eastern and Ashanti region. So once you are not holding your own in Eastern Ashanti region, you necessarily collapse in these areas. That's what happened.
But you know, even for the central region, so we should figures now. Bawumia didn't perform bad in the central region. No. I mean, the gap was not that wide. He was tipped to win Western region. He was tipped to win Western North region. That's for his campaign team. Even if he would lose, no one expected that gap. But it seems that the gap was that wide.
No, Usha Central, the polls were giving Kennedy around 58%.
Yes.
He got 48%. That's a drop of 10%.
A drop.
Bawumia was giving 39 in the polls. He got 37. So largely the same.
The same.
And Brian from 3% to 15. So Brian kind of damaged him in Central Region.
Oh, Brian had 15%.
Yes.
That was Central Region. Oh, that's the Brian effect against Ken was massive.
Massive. And in Central, we 15 be back here. It's not a joke.
Yeah,
he couldn't cross 50% in Central Region.
Wow. And for Western Region too. Well, Western Region, I saw it was a clean sweep for Bawumia. He won almost every constituency there.
In fact, he overperformed the polls. We were saying he was going to get around 56%. He got 61.
In Western Region?
In Western Region. And Ken, we thought, 42. We are 23. Again, Brian, from 2 to 15.
Yeah. In Western Region?
In Western Region. So the two fancy regions didn't help him.
Oh, that's really interesting. And for the greater Accra numbers, let's say, percentage about me, do we know Greater Accra?
We share Greater Accra, but we are 55%. We're projecting him to be around 59. So roughly plus or minus 3%. Yeah. It's not far from that range.
Yes.
Kennedy 29, 31. Brian 11 to 14. So Brian took the numbers largely from Bawumia.
Yes.
He
took it largely from
Bawumia. Yeah. From Bawumia. Because Ken went up from the projection. Now, we were giving him 29%.
Okay.
He got 31%.
31%.
And Brian was 11%. He got 14%. And Bawumia was 59. He got 5%. So Bawumia kind of lost grounds in Greater Accra. It is because of the same ethnic groups now, more these constituencies, which are linking to Eastern Region and Ashanti Region, where Brian is quite.
Sure.
So that's the effect.
But were you surprised with how our Eastern Region echoed? Because some thought said Charlie Brian is the governor in Eastern Region. Eastern Region will be his forte. How do you But Bawumia beat him quite well there.
The poll has been consistent. At the point now, Ken knew Brian were neck and neck in Eastern Region.
Okay.
So I knew Brian would spoil the numbers in Eastern Region for both Bawumia and Kennedy. And lo and behold, we hear Eastern Region numbers now. Bawumia was 55 in the polls, but he got 51.
Okay.
Ken was 29, he got 19, 10% down.
Oh.
And Brian was 13%, he got 29%.
In Eastern Region?
In Eastern Region.
Wow, then this thing, when you drill down numbers, now, and Professor Masapon, Mitier, Dr. Bawumia, no, ne party for diaspora buy, no, ni omokasa. And he made the point, say, qualitatively, for him, no, result we any year, Emmanuel Saint 2023. Sana uhuno.
Yeah. Obia ote numbers asibia be unse, this is rather, intanope na meka wo joy news.
Yes.
Na hosti bisase, kojo bisase, man for say onya 62 or so.
Yeah, onya 61 in 2023 and I say onya 56.
56 inti enchre the momentum abafo. And I'm say, hey, mumye mweni na munje de tenim ye o. Sa ni aye ken. Ebi ne se wo ka se Western Region the last time. Kennedy winning 5 and na wetimi age 5 constituencies ni nyina beka ho. So onya 17 over 17. Now, all other places he gained. Greater Accra, the last time, no, kita 19 constituencies. Na Ken kita 15. And we win with 29 constituencies.
In Greater Accra.
Do you get it? Into overall effect, like I saw numbers now. But rather than the impact.
Yeah.
Heavy overall. The last time, no, yet 212 constituencies. And the win is 62. No? And yes, when you're 56.48 there.
Yeah.
But yes, when you're 56 with 232 constituencies. 232. And Obia Bekasa Bawumia win no below expectation. No. Then the Panem said na onye
drill it down.
The last time na virtually 2 horse race type of contest. Na shed the impact and the energy. Brian de Beau. Ni nyina echi no na nipa na timia protected the 14 regions he won the last time. Numbers in the assessor, is what he has lost at some places, yes. But with Timia maintaining all the 14 regions intact. I appreciate it in constituencies from 212 to 232. And also look at it again. Why are they? In fact, if there is any performance, Obi Timia your best friend outstanding in the midst of Brian Heat or Debaya, edify all the polls. Voter region especially. Ne Kennedy, so the expectations and in Crawford war. Actions and inactions negative and you can't say Bawumia this contest. He did massive.
How did he do it? Ashanti region, they're not at the same.
Ashanti region overall 47 constituencies.
Yes.
The last time 45. No, 44.
44. Okay.
And Nana Kennedy kita 3. And then when you're 45 into again one constituency more. And Kennedy couldn't get some before because Mienuna Kano. So you do some constituency no Kakoji and Brian we need one constituency in Ashanti region. I think southeast or southwest have one. Southeast or Emuba. Southwest. Brian we need. And say so we need the remaining 45 Nina Koma
Bawumia.
Dr. Mahmoud.
Now, numbers net say in terms of the win, no, what they compare 2023 general vote from Ashanti will improve this year now.
In fact, in terms of the general vote, okay, by I think 1,200 or so.
Okay,
so 1,200, 888 course we're winning the constituency with a margin of 888. No. What if you make around 400 or 300 or so? And that will be taken by baby and the vote. So any southwest Honwa, eventually Brian Ebabe winning. But largely, go find the constituency by constituency. Baby Honoma or increasing vote. For example, in Shire, so Mbabe Tuaba no we need there, but now just with the difference of 18.
Okay.
I think Bantam also. See, I know the team with the difference of 200 and something votes. Baby Honumwana or difference of maybe 1 or 2 and nay abeye baby cry Honumwa olusu ye dear. But the eventual gain nearby no Emma the impact is higher. So let me bobo be actually you find the 3 constituencies are in Ashanti. Okay, baby. So for example, we Bantama say na see difference near 18.
Yes.
Near 2 years, you see a difference near 162.
Oh, okay.
Wako over. Often has a difference near 111 Oforikrum. The last time we knew Oforikrum, but now a difference 111. So see any difference or gap or do we need 290? Ashanti region. In Shia North. We near with a difference of 51 the last time. Sisia we near with a difference of 153.
Yes.
I say can we near Bosmefre the last time. 2023 can we near Bosmefre with difference of 7 votes. And they Bawumia Babe we near with a difference of 286 votes. And the overall effect no. Dear. But 1,002 now make us say yes. Of course Bosomche and so southwest in
Musah, you made a post that Bawumia vote at drop from 61% in 2023 to 56%, but the gap for his victory 33%. Is that the case?
Yes.
How significant is it?
I think sometimes we look at figures just like that and compare what is factive.
Yes.
But the distance between where he is now compared to where he was against Kennedy has widened. And in polling, the margin is what you talk about.
Yes.
The margin is not 33% because 57% minus Kennedy at 20 and 24, 33%. That is 10 points higher than what he got in the last election. That means that he's done better in terms of margin.
He has done better.
Okay.
And that's how you look at it.
And that's a qualitative analysis of the data.
Yes.
And in terms of margin, why are they this year
a change last time
than the last time?
Yes, and also another thing that is quite important to mention is that last time a movie elections, now Ken was a bit boastful. Now he's deflated.
Absolutely.
And that is more important to the
Bawumia camp.
Yes.
It was easy for Ken to weaponize the 37% he got the last time.
Absolutely.
This time they own team.
Because in fact, here baby Brian Warner, he nearly with 6% would have caught with Ken. So he's kind of been disarmed, or disarmed in terms of his influence in how things go.
And the meaning say if Ken wants to come back to contest a bad thing.
Oh no, a bad thing. I mean age is on his side. And secondly, I think Brian has taken that position from him.
No, so clearly no. And there might be a Kennedy Muno.
Yes.
Fana so be the same thing with Brian. and Brian they are a little refined. And in addition to that, do neck to neck in just in the first trial, he nearly caught you up. Mayor Kennedy Kranka, Major Imuama, Brian.
For the
appetite to contest in the next few elections, yes, Ewohoma Kennedy. Partly because of the age and those things, and then partly because Sabi up a firebrander. Yeah, be in Brian,
yes.
And I mean a better refined firebrand than at the end. Me will Numa, me will say, me will scam, me will then I can both all be fine
in Brian.
I say do baby can them say Jama me will scam na ba ko there. Una na ne mame PRC mami.
Yeah,
nana ya. Na mo ha na mo ka say Elon Musk ne.
I bet if Elon Musk and I send Bill Gates. So that's really interesting. Inti Musah, let's take the 5 northern regions. Seeing say a honey baby Dr. Bawumia Efi. The performance this year against 2023 at saying in the 5 northern regions.
No, I haven't taken a critical look at his performance compared to last year.
Okay.
But in some places, I think he maintains that level. In other places, he dropped.
Okay.
Brian benefited. In fact, Brian was stronger in the northern sector than Kennedy.
Yeah.
So, Kennedy totally disappeared in the northern region, and Brian became the poster boy.
The poster boy
for northern region. Look, there are people in the northern region that wanted some change in MPP, no doubt.
Yes.
And Brian offered them the alternative, but there's no way Bawumia is going to lose control of the northern sector.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But I think he's now won. He has to rebuild the party and then see how he can,
but the nature of the win, should it give him confidence, or what the backing of the party? Or should have a win, Well, some have said, like it or not, more than 40% of the delegate didn't vote for him.
Yes.
So combine Brian Ken now more than 40% and Tuamano. That should tell him say almost straight down the middle or control half, and then the opponent to control half. Should that be a source of worry? And now say so the spread of the result across the country. Baby, we're gaining. India was saying man the confidence say he's controlling the party.
The spread is more important than the actual numbers.
Okay.
He's shown he has his footprint across many areas now. And if he's going to turn that weakness into strength, then he has to find a way of working with Brian.
Okay.
So if he works with the Brian, it means the Brian numbers will be seen to be adding to his numbers.
Finding a way of working with Brian, say like running mate level, and now say only a key member of the campaign.
All options must be on the table. You can't rule anything out. And open numbers, I think he's got the numbers to show, say, look, yes. I'm a force.
I'm a force to reckon with.
Anybody who comes here cannot show any numbers. Anybody who you will pick
cannot show you
any numbers. Just qualitative, ABNSA. But this guy has come to the table with numbers.
His first attempt. 18% of the delegates.
And also he's an Akan, he's a younger person, and Bawumia will need to pair with some Akan somehow, somewhere. Sure. So the options become, but there are others too who are talking about
other people.
We didn't change you, so
why are you changing you? And also another thing.
But running mate situation is different.
Of course.
See, we shouldn't equate running mate to the main one. That one there. Ordinary first step as a vice. We need to
It's true.
It's
true. Now the NDC has had that history. You remember Mills almost changed. Yeah, I think he changed his running mate for every election.
Yes, he changed.
Yeah. But 2000 he came with Martin Amidu. He changed for Mumuni and he changed for Mahama.
Yes, so there's precedent. But
the MPP doesn't have that record.
But it's meant to be broken.
Yeah, I get you.
Too much.
I get you. But Prof, from drilling down numbers, should Bawumia be worried? Say more than 40% of the delegates are Tuamano. And also I worried, and as I said, the Musah the spread is important, and he's shown say every region or footprint ever.
Yeah, for me near dewo omu common nyina mu no the spread no. Aka ne na make say no kita 212 constituencies and a widen 232. 276 232 free ma 276 na say 44 constituencies per na aka enye onu na odi nkunim wo mu enti emufa kese no ewo Volta region, some 6 constituencies, so Brian the Fire Eastern region, over Ashanti region, dear Bakuya, any baby a Central, Kennedy winning there. Fortunately, Central for him, Bawumia crowd, this year, no, Otimi gaining a lot of votes. The last time, look, it only 4 seats out of 23. This year, we have 8 constituencies at Tomano. Okay. Was spread, and the spread should be a serious capital. And as a value at the so jinaso.
Yes.
Now to me the capacity na kanibum. Baby o wini ye bia no du ho no mo a fa ne se e ho no ne nkabo mu kasa no enye din.
Yes.
And that fortunately for him is 232. Ni aka 40 nimpo ne be den no mbeka se ye de ne empo ya anto amampo a with the suggestions I discuss be Brian for example can lead you to the entire Volta region. And you can do better there than at the Ken Subetimi Duako Central region for the 15 constituencies no winning, you know, and you can be assured of some acceptance once you go with the right people near the. And see any reconciliation no na so no fear sentem. Na onya the key people are eso new munante. Especially Brian and Kennedy. Mienu na aka no menka say on sideline yom. They are unifying individuals here. Sebaso mu ye reconciliation bi ani adana. I think I pointed say Brian, for example, in fact, if you polls now he was doing an average of 7%, 6%, 7%. In fact, per my study, no baby, pushy course, and I think I showed you. When you come to the issue of unifying figure,
sure.
And non pushing Nico 16.8. So I think that for me explains why a Kahwa or gaining more votes. A man for the first says a higher share, higher share. And they play a safe ID by anti a tressa mudinidi sa unifying activity na mpesa mo ye nanimwa obetimi aboamwe anya some results in jamamo enti me candidato Musah den so say he is going to be extremely instrumental.
Yes.
And Ken so is going to be extremely instrumental. As for Brian, I can guarantee say or a party person na ya woke kan LPK no money pious no money they are party people omudo mu ni baby akọ coming on board to work is in their blood. They will come on board, they will come and work. Kennedy nso nye obi oye problem. Now I think so where the problem will be is Kennedy a chidifo ni bi. A chidifo ni bi mu ye too. No, this is serious. Moya no can no vote mo party na bedi nkugu. Mo party di nkugu nso asabe party bedi nkunim so ye Ghana for.
But is it possible say said more can because of the deflation Ken in his supporters can be discounted. Oh, more macra monko.
No, it's so but the attempt should not be to ignore them. Okay. Omo ambadia said ni nipa no nipe and by force such engine ombra. Eland yes or because so be antimi anko so mu se manenko. But say leadership you make attempt say omudo be about on board. Now ne Kwabena Sante Bobo some of the fine guys who
in the
Ken campaign. See to get to look for communicators. You have seen the efforts I been putting in place near the. Now the second day so a rebuke on no moya no vote instantly.
Right there.
Yeah, tells you say this time oko baby a wundi wechi or no se beka party who now we so beko baby a on kan wase mundi wechi. I hope say so muki kasa anya mani nyina abomwa. The win is emphatic, the win is massive. Bawumia should try and immediately start something lead for others to follow. Now omuhwe no more brighten no more chances for 2028 already. So you are still going to face the might of the NDC.
The might of the NDC.
And they shouldn't forget about that.
It's true. And talking about NDC, no, Musah, I know say in December we a poll trying to compare
head to head
Bawumia to any choice at NDC, they know Eddie or Mobeba. That conversation has now resurfacing, creating the impression say, yes. But I know say December name now, Is that poll has the potential to change as the days go by?
Yes, absolutely. And here, you see, when you are doing head-to-head, there is no certainty on the candidates. So a lot of things go into people's head to make that choice. Now, once you have, say, Bawumia, then you can see the real effect of people who are maybe even MPP who want to do something different. Because so you see their true reaction when Ken is no longer in the race and Bawumia is there against the other guys. Now, with the NDC guys, it's also speculative. So, but at the end of the day, say we are. There are other dynamics that have been played, which we will not see right now. Because look, let's face it. Okay, let's say where Haruna. Then there are other issues that will emerge from the NDC.
Of course.
That will change the dynamics of the race between Haruna and Bawumia. Okay, to force in so there are other issues that would emerge.
It's true.
So until that options are clear, then you have a certainty as to what people want to do, and even that you begin to see whether the economy and other things work in their favor.
Government performance.
So it's a lot of complex. But for now, those things are not settled yet. But you can see where the rest is at the moment, and an indication of where they think things might go.
Inti Obi, I am not consumers of data. No, I am not. They should understand the data being consumed because it was put on my platform. Say the head-to-head, and I make us say, this is at a speculative stage because nobody would want to go through that exercise without certainty. So options in Accra, Nyamin Pengu. It could even be said none of them would. General Ketia is the way or what if at the end of the day human minds shall say, me and I'm kind. Oh, don't be too much in a hurry to Adi. We are to prepare discussion. There's a custom. Now say. Now even if you be in politics, a single day can cause a lot of change.
True.
And Musah said in the Volta region, nobody. Yes, Brian was going to do well. But not to the extent of winning
the Volta region.
Who knows what the last minute activities he did enhanced the chances in the Volta region. Munya trainer, more consuming data carefully. I heard people say, no, that's not the essence. The essence is for you to be academic, get involved. Oh, okay, fine. Then the reality will start coming. Then the voters will now say, in some will be a culture back, maybe I think craving with him. I think I just wanted to add that.
I think it's a fair point to make. Ekosi saying so higher Sempa FM. Many two of our nation's leading pollsters and aiding Komo. Musah Dankwa, Executive Director at the Global Info Analytics, and a Professor Smart Sapon, or a Director of Research and Innovation at Kumasi Technical University, and himself a pollster as well. Into Munyina Juma on the NPP elections I bar so and nano memenda. A post-mortem of how the results went, and more mind some interesting details and dynamics into how Nioma AC acquire more follow conversations. No, ubi who are drink show question be my any of them 0548 443 523 your WhatsApp number and 0548 443 523 me sisubio 0548 443 523. Odo messages ne ebrea yebekan na omoyia no ede amayen. Ekosi say so ne higher Sempa FM. Musah nti yenhwe. Now if you were the strategist for the NPP and after how our elections the call say Dr. Bawumia Freo say man advice on the next move and then I'll be catching
Obi.
Based on how the results went.
What I have tried to do or avoid is offering strategic advice to anybody.
Oh, okay.
That I don't want to step into that kind of realm.
Okay.
I could do it, but for objectivity and independence, I would like to stay publicly out of that. Yes.
Okay. I think it's fair. It's fair. But the move where we've seen party stalwart Ekoneho Akako congratulating on, and then you say the leader of the minority caucus Akoho. Whether we like it or not, there's been this subtle way say now supported Ken near day, and the result in his constituency spoke volumes. But I know he had the opportunity to address us. Emma Oka said, "Not down for any Ken. He cannot just break that bond because of an election or say or supporting until at least we're stating the position clear on the relationship with
and
Ken.
that is honesty.
Which is very good. We're following it up with a visit to the vice president, the flag bearer's house. I could congratulate you. Would that make the reconciliation effort easier for Bawumia?
Certainly. Look, Bawumia knows that there's a bigger fight ahead. There's no need for you to engineer smaller ones in your backyard. And if the minority has made a move towards you, why would you resist it? I think every move that is tended to reconcile the party should be welcomed. And we have be a bad party in the at the moment. It's a very difficult situation to be in. And so you can't add and also can't headache in the So any attempt to reconcile the party with any group is welcomed.
And the cause, and of course, I mean, you get the hawks in every camp.
Yes.
Oh, I find your market, you free as minority leader, and Sanyamano. Will it be a wise thing to do at this moment?
No, not at this moment. I mean, you have to allow. He should be removed or retained, not because he didn't give you support.
Okay.
It should be based on how he's performing
as a minority
leader. And that is more objective way of doing it.
Yeah.
And look, if you allow him time, just 1 year in the thing is not good enough. And to come from where he came from, and easy, 137, now we'll do 88.
Yeah.
So it's a very tough place, and you need to really give him time. But he too should assess himself very well. Sometimes assess yourself and take views and see what else you're doing right that you can continue. What is it that people have concern that you are doing that you need to jettison? And I think those things he needs to do, because sometimes, I remember a year ago or so, less than a year, we did a poll about perception of leadership in Parliament, and he scored very low.
In terms of the perception?
Yes. In fact, that was during the vetting time. He scored very, very low. And those should be informing you about this is how the public is seeing me. What can I do to change that perception? So public opinion there is very important. For you, even the minority leader, you must. And in fact, even the majority side, the deputy speaker, he was ranked a bit low.
Even on the majority side.
Majority side.
Okay. He was the chair of the committee.
So the public can give a feedback that is positive.
Yes.
Look at it carefully and say, okay, what do I need to do? Sometimes too, we need to get help from consultants who know what they are doing. You can't just go. Sometimes we don't tend to invest in some of this advice, this technical advice support to make you
function well. It's true. Prof. Masapon, on the Afenyo issue, of course, I mean, you find the hawks in the Bawumia camp making some advances, and was say Eugene Friho as minority leader. Will it be a wise thing to do, especially when Waba out or Wababe can say Kenny and Adamfo? They share a code. There was no way he could have, sacrificed our friendship for anything. The course on the constituency can winning, but as minority leader, our court flag bearer and our congratulating and all of that. And no, I was a
well, I think Senior Musah and say Obeyubia. It cannot be because of Sir.
Supporting me, one supporting me in common.
In fact, Dr. Bawumia him say a new beer and support no.
Sure.
Me sure so beko baby obi kura beka sin anim plain say women support no. Wo ye leader na sabi udi domanimu a. E so ye ready for sa nema we num bio. Enye nema ye Dankwa na ese
obete.
Ebi onu mu a ya de enye wo de. Enso ese obu eduru a wo de beje sa nema ni nyina. E na sabi onka say ompe wasem. But you are presenting with two options to choose. And also only way wo traka bia ache enti obechusu we but obeta wachi wachusu na wie una we ni obeta wachi me nyin ni se afenyo marking ebeye bibi de etia Bawumia win o sheb afenyo marking se ne otie ya asebe o party fo ne ho bia tum se ono no oba ne kakra obeye we futu ho no ma je party na si ho pa to you be a true party person onye bibi anfentia negatively ebetia Bawumia campaign unless say omumu nim bibi ayenim but se munim bibi ayenim mpa sa position no yenhwe wono mutu aba ma flag bearer so near the obi ana ye de yi na si nchen enka requirement no
yes
caucus beshia any party den for beshia hwese obebi o man na ekono we betimi represent here we okaya emra to force an eba be leader no there were justifications why SSR change in the free Haruna ho neko to force because the debate is going to be about the economy.
Yes
so who enti omum pesam ko menyin ni say ebia fan say ye be fan say man for na ekeka but say enkoda me sorry na yes yo Kennedy wini woni kurom nti ye yinu so na yes enka bom na mo pe no na mo nyampe o wo na emom na kodu baabi na obi parliament aye hyehyehye economic debate koso we koso or your lawyer or your economist or your deficient kakra wo ho na mo feel say no nti no yenye substitution kakra na bia ni onim
na say no mpokra no you only give opportunity to other MPs or more knowledgeable in the economy to lead the debate.
Absolutely.
You don't necessarily have to be the
minority leader. Na 300 ko legal issue not ko sound leader. Who does that? So until mesre menyini say Bawumia would support something like that. Because Sebi Afenyo you one special person or don the party. You may have his approach issues with it near the. But until me nkase onye die in a wool MPP person. Until mumfa enono nye juma. Omunja ne manenye ne juma. And now okay, Sebasa bibi hu akohia na economy ni den omu nice economists omumu a they will be allowed to front those debates now no on for leadership no na say be da so na say then na we kra akoba na say aye discuss ukoyi ne pe obia be hu say no bibi say inti na oye inti munya na manenya wadwuma in fact na me ka say baby omadu no they don't need to further complicate things anope kra me cat also say be ya anka members of parliament 87 ni nyina kra no anka omun secure obia seat mano 87 was here no because they have shown some robustness to winning those seats
okay
sabre na ehumutu no bia lose ni seat and they could stand and na akoye 87 yin so no sebe ebra omu bra o parliament we nyina echi now
it will be difficult say obi aye side way na no akọ primaries no akọ
what you say na mo kofa unnecessary chaos class had their party nim enti me crowd and I would think say it will be wise strategically say and go mun keep 87 no
meaning say mom twaba
there be mom subject you to primaries then bia yes protect you after all there are how many 200 and then seats offense seats
yes
be wo ho no mo a amanfo betimi aboabo mo ho akwakọ pre bi wo ho so ahu enti omo pasumdwe dia enye se omo san hu nsuo nim bebre mafe na conspiracy theories na koye bebre Bawumia ayefense ya afenyo wanwi ni ama Bawumia nti ye yi na ye say na ahwa na akosan akochiche party ni bia mo nti I think say they won't make that mistake sabe only all the capacity there but nti na team members kan ho o short fall over bi ombe yi na se okoyi no wanya nyina so papa bi to say gayi dia na make Haruna versus force India make nyanyina so papa bi and justify na ekoye no hu ya yinu a ahwa hu achirinse mebeba
yen wrap up Musah with the of course the choice of running mate for Dr. Bawumia no it's early days yet but in terms of your philosophy do you think say if the party has retained him he should also retain his running mate? That side.
Look, every election is different.
Okay.
And dynamics that will present to you may be different. So you need to answer the issues of today. Maybe what they tried to answer was yesterday's issue.
Yeah.
Are the same issues relevant today? That's the question. So you should address today's problem. And if that problem requires you to retain the old one, fine. If not, Musah, look elsewhere and look for solution to your current problem.
Prof, ahina wujina on the running mate in common.
Marginal here me say omuwo a lot of work to do.
Okay.
Emma, the last time no me the last time no omu chair unnecessarily in coming up with a running mate. Enti obibia onye nintem.
Okay.
Now the cycle I'll be go through and sana when you're running mate quite stressful.
Yes.
Many Bawumia and would convert that time into hitting the ground and start some underground necessarily you need, so that say a former running mate say that if there's no some significant issue be say ujina so this is san wana baby na e bia the first time performance musiesie no na be na mo man special schedule yin in tem ono so been who into the game to mean special schedule ni ade ni ya na mo nyina mo hwe na mo betimi e na kwa me mum de anka say me ye bibi wo ho na be ye na me maintain me running mate na e be yi sa stress ni nyina afi so anka I will choose that option because obia obi ni bia no will struggle a little a new terrain. Forget about say wako MP akwa then you use a flag bearer na say running mate to a another conversation altogether. Media minya ya nka me man emphasize this one nsan koto ne so bio. See am say names be started ba. We social media so am for started ba. Ahemfo be start akone so. We be start here say we be start here say. Na precious time wa odebe kai President Mills and all this unannounced visit.
Yeah, door to door
in the sure. I think say sanka first year we ni second year obetimi asua bibia free. Now unya sa official duties we need then free your mind and concentrate. We are not the eventual winner, eventual beneficiary, or ultimate beneficiary of Semu Winia. Until your eye should be on the ball from day one. Okay, you have time to me the 1 year be running mate. Maybe I'm the 2 years you offer constituencies. Maybe last year me the say what to wana at the action. He should account for each day, and if necessary, and never be honum na and yes, or sad that you want only free in the table so quickly. Now, Muntiming United Unity, no so crabbing here time power. They shouldn't underestimate that. Muko from Numko boy unity. You know, maybe a coming running mate now, sincerely speaking, Mia. Kame fan kama junjun. Unless omuwo, there are some things they may know we don't know. I want to respect those things they may know we don't know. But yes, there, and I will just call you right. It was so easy for President Mahama to select Jane. Not because Jane at the first time was perfect, but perfect or imperfect, you know. You be CC, you be man special rules. So it's the second time now, but no one is special path or NAMSO.
They had a special plan
and they got results. Media say opening Bawumia tie unless I will respect his approach, his reason. And yes, I may part the main fan kamajo. I will just name the running mate. In the corner no name no challenges I feel say who won ho. Yes no. Near share 1 year, 2 years now they are being a jumenim. And 2028 me sure say whatever challenges would have been noticed and corrected.
I get you. Into final, I'm running 32 minutes after 4. Me busa the final question afi yejamo kwan amamako. Musah, now yes, it's true. NDC any your more candidate, of course. Yenim se sisi na MPP di na every ekwan mo no. You begin polling on the NDC potential. The last time I share away now, I think we're putting it down to 4 people.
Yeah,
4.
No, it's not prone to 4 people. There were several people in it. Someone else. Our numbers no insignificant.
Someone else for
so yes, the threshold said if you're not getting 10%,
you will not be part of it.
No, we will not put you as head to head against any MPP candidate.
Okay.
But because we could not so up MP for a year, someone else. But who says someone else? No, it will be a feature more prominently than we see. Say how what proportion is that? You check in this Edna across the road.
Oh, okay.
And a fairer way of yes, doors we see me from the from it doesn't give you any.
Is 2028 from where you sit now a done deal for the NDC?
They have high probability of winning if they are performing the way they are performing today.
As far as economic management
is concerned, yes.
Okay.
If the sentiment, we hear the approval of the president is around 67%.
Okay.
the direction of the country around almost 67%.
Okay.
So if the sentiment is around these numbers, it will be very tough for MPP.
That is all things being equal.
All things being equal. So the sentiment is they have the right mood in the country, and then because look, this theory say we'll be anywhere about first time or we need that, they should throw it in the bin. These are different voters we have. People who are under 44 years now, 78% of the population who vote. So this theory, would stick it that kind of theory, Masa. You must pull it from the mind. Do they believe say over first time you can have a chance of winning? They're looking for results. What is happening now? These young people, tribalistic. They vote.
They are not tied.
They are tied. So say so those are the things that should drive decision rather than say, since the last time be a masa.
If NDC will be BR, they should just perform in government.
Just perform. If you fail, it doesn't matter. If you fail, bring Mahama, he may lose.
He may lose. Okay, Prof. Finally, on this same issue, I'm sorry.
I think, sir, it is quite early days yet.
Okay.
And then they can and I think we share a chronicle and name. I think 20th or 21st December. They gave me a front page that the performance of the NDC government in 2025 was good, supported by 68.8% of the population.
Yes.
In fact, they said, sir, it was between moderate to low as compared to 2024.
Okay.
There's a name muye. Na sabi wana e wo so egu na numu a obepi egu nti election enye automatic. Sometimes when you hear some politicians talk, it looks like jama chest o just say as you to see here be yes debi nti no to them, to the NDC near so mu yan so mu keep sa momentum no e was ro then omu accounting for each day in office, each day in power obi an check baby owo na amfa wo so yesen kate bone baako etimbe frank kate pemu etimi se enkwan ni taste nyina. If they keep the momentum, we will come back here close to time to discuss with you what is the likely options are. But the emphasis said 2026 there, they have 2 more years to deliver to the people,
to prove to the Ghanaian people.
And na MPP for so some person who improve or votes. Na so mun so mu ye omuba on the table very competitively. Medical can kabum hu asem.
Yes.
In fact, mo kam hu nyina bom kura wiya. Don't forget NDC is formidable.
You have the NDC
to contend with. Hantino sesa nkabom no de omuma ne ye number 1 priority. Ma me fantu enim se binom obo abro pa na me sure say bia we abesena twa me no mbejai. Minim sometimes we tie radio station bia na you say bia opposition party. Meaning na me mo bia. Then you ask and they will trace the owner of the station to a party person, a former MP, a former this, a former that. And I'm saying, anti mo former MP for what to say, mo station no.
The air cost was
among 4 you so as hand this running mo down. Yeah, they have some of those and the way them do is when we do party executives in national, regional, then for Musha Dankwa round. Now elections have become more scientific. Once you identify the problems and you keep solving it, and now ultimately be my results.
Sure.
Now what you want to accounting for each day DNA. I mean, now so say neoba first time be anti me. You see how they give that theory and you see now you almost say bibi way ba first time nkwa de be win no. Hey, you mean it? Inti mesre more
say omo e ka so enya de mahama e ko bio is representing new candidates in there cool chop.
Absolutely. Let's use your platform. There be. Oh yes sir. Sebe on set good standards in fact man na watimi aye adwuma towards it. Ebe o se jama da ho na wo kwakofa. Oh, and can you just say you can't share call? It's not there for you to go and pick. It's not like this thing go and pick. And it is nowhere in the say refer to history.
Yes.
Say obi no ba first time we win, obi no ba first time we win. Hey, into obi anti me my first time we win. Is that what you are saying? Into no account for each day. Obi accounting for each day. Obi anhwehwe ni mu. Mo bobo mo abro NPP problem kese ba ko e ha mo ni ya abro a mo bobo mo. You see people so embittered to the extent that they sponsor the opponent against their own party person. They use their media house back American because and so people not knowing the owners of those media stations running down their own candidates.
Yes.
And when him say be na internal way idea. But I think party no any more disciplined or more serious on the grounds. Okay. They should check all those things that has the potential of destroying their party further. No one present a very formidable party. Me say, you have
a formidable.
Do you get it? And if they are performing, no matter how united you are, they are performing. People will tell you say one is so good. But when you get so much united and you are there, now fe almost so started so move floppy. Na omu anyo mu niema ye na dia. And na ma won so no oba benya chance nti hard work and na so mu ye.
Prof, yeah, that's it.
Nice one.
Musah, thank you. Thank you so much.